Hello friends, Kumud here and welcome to Kumudni's home garden. Friends, I am on my roof garden and it's morning time, sun has just risen and it's so beautiful. The golden glow is everywhere. And this time, especially on the roof, it's awesome. One can see lots of vegetables, fruits growing here and there. Although nothing much can grow here because everything is in pots, but still we get something at least, and the greenery is the bonus point on the roof. So you see all these vines, I have made a trellis for that, and I get sponge gourd, then lots of leafy vegetables, cucumber and bottle gourd and brinjals. Lots of vegetables I get, not as much as one can get from the ground, but these vegetables are more than enough for a small family. So it's a pleasure. Although I don't have a lift to go to the roof every time I have to climb the stairs, but still it is a pleasure. And maybe later on I'll think about that. So friends, one should make a roof garden also. So this is the soil I'm making for the coming season, and this is the preparation for my flower plants actually. And I have written the ingredients what all I am putting in this. These are some basic things which one should always put in the soil to make it little fertile. And a pinch of this fungicide powder should be added. I always add because most of the plants die because of the fungus only. So friends, I'll mix it well and then I'll keep it in the sacks or in big drums or in pots straight away, and start planting my beautiful flowering plants or some green plants or whatever. This is a basic soil. So friends, my advice to my friends is they should prepare the soil before it is too late, because this is the right time to make it and store it well. So now I have come to my lawn garden, friends. This is my front lawn garden, and mostly I work here only because I live on the ground floor area. This is the work I have to do today. This is a coleus plant, friends, and they have become very leggy. You see, on top we can see a few leaves, but underneath it's just leggy. It's almost like a twig. It's become a twiggy plant. You see, all the leaves, most of the twigs are like this, without leaves. Only on the top they have a few leaves. So what I'm going to do, I'll cut all these leggy twigs and make cuttings, and I'll put them in water. In water, plants root very well. It's amazing how coleus root in water. Just a few days back I gave a few plants to my friends, very nicely rooted ones. So you see, I have cut the plants, the twigs, and I'll show you. It's already so many shoots I can see underneath. And these are the plants, twigs rather, leggy twigs I have kept in the water. So friends, now let's see this. This long time back I had put this cutting in water, and the water has started gathering this moss. The black thing you see is moss, but it has rooted so well. Fantastically, it has rooted well. Coleus especially roots very well in water. So when we are working in gardens, friend, we should keep a bowl of water somewhere in which when we make some cuttings, we put those cuttings in water for the further use. Because coleus and some other plants are there which are summer plants, and in winters they are either going to get vanished from your garden, or they'll go in dormancy completely. So it's better to make cuttings now and preserve them for the next season. In February onwards they will start blooming again. And this is the bowl, a big earthen bowl I have kept, in which lots of these honeybees come. They drink water, and it's nice to see them, like this. And no matter how much I put my hand in water, they don't bite me, because they understand that I am the caretaker, not going to harm them. So friends, you see, whenever I am working in the garden, and when I make any cuttings, so I just put it in the water, and they root so well. You see this one, this money plant, this is called Marble Queen. This has rooted so well. So similarly, all these cuttings of coleus also, they are going to root well. So this was one work I did today, friends, and this is the another work I have already finished in the morning. This plant called philodendron, golden philodendron, it's a beautiful plant, and it was in a nursery pot, the plastic one, the small one. So I have transplanted it in a earthen pot of 10 inches now. I'll be putting a moss stick also later on, not now. Once the plant has established well, then only. So friends, these are the two works I have done today, and this is more than enough. Gardening is a work of consistency. Every day one has to do something in the garden, then only the garden remains good, and then only it gives you pleasure. So especially in this garden, friends, the lawn garden, where I get very less sunshine and the flowerings doesn't take place in flowering plants also. So I have to take one suggestion from you people, that what is that vine or the flowering creeper which can survive in shady areas also, which doesn't have thorns also. You people have been doing good gardening, and you must be having some idea what could be that. Like in between, you see the empty place between the two big plants, this is the empty place. I tried to make this place good by putting this creeper there. This is a jasmine creeper called Kund, but then this is also not doing very well here because of the less sunshine. It doesn't get any sun to get flowering. So I'm going to take this vine to the terrace area where the plenty of sunshine is there, and it will do very well there. So but then to this vacant place I have to put something. So looking for your suggestions, friends. Tell me if you know something about such a vine which gives flowering in shady areas also. But means not very shady, but very partial light this place gets. And I've tried to keep this place, little colorful by keeping some colorful foliage plants like this golden pothos and coleus, 2-3 colors of coleus. I tried to make a coleus bed here. Some survived, some did not. So this is also has been a work of experimentation. I keep experimenting. Some survive, some do not. But that's how the garden works, This is another color. This is the bleeding heart, chlorhodendron, and this is my tomorrow's work, friends. These are petunias. They are very, nicely available in the nurseries these days. I bought them from there. And I'm going to put these plants in some permanent containers. They are still in the pouches, those nursery pouches, polythene bags. So friends, how did you like the video? Let me know in the comment box. See you in the next video then. Bye bye. Happy gardening.